If there was any doubt in the divinity of the beck.
Don't see many new faces out here. Who wanders into my camp? What is this? You are far too small to be a colossi. So it's true then. The beckoned has come. This is my home, but not for much longer. I moved out here to reconnect with my roots, you see. My heritage as a giant race. However, my time on my own has come to an end. I am ready to take the next step and go and live amongst the Jotun of the Teeth of Naros. There are only loose ends that need to be taken care of, but I have sworn off Idylla for all days I have left. Would you? I will reward you for your help. I will not be needing the coin where I am going. I want for my family ring, currently in the hands of my brother Heliodorus, and to see my journal delivered to my old comrade Darius. But perhaps most of all, I want you to find my wife, Corina. I would like you to bring her here to me. I once tried to forge peace between the Jotun and the Colossi, but as I did, I became enamored of the simplicity they enjoy. I have taken to living in this old camp to try and enjoy it as I can. The heads of the city's inhabitants are as high in the clouds as the city itself, with their talk of religion and righteous gods. I much prefer to stay closer to the ground and stick to my roots. Yes, the Jotun have wronged us in the past, but I would think a people so focused on gods and faith would have shown a little mercy. They act like they are above everything, but they are mud and dust, like everything else in this world. They just aren't decent enough to admit it. Most find it completely inhospitable, but I find that it is not so difficult if you try a different sort of living. Yes, the plants are unpalatable and the beasts cunning, but you can't expect nature to offer you wine and sweets if all you do is ask. You must retrieve my family ring, deliver my journal, and speak with my wife. The ring is currently in the possession of my rather odious brother Heliodorus in Idylla. I doubt he will surrender it kindly. He hides it in the living quarters of Idylla. You can try liberating the ring yourself or finding a way of dealing with my brother. Convince Corina to come down from the city and see me. If you could bring her here, then I can talk her into living with me and the Jotun. My journal needs to be delivered to my friend, Darius. He is most likely camped out somewhere in the Teeth of Naros. Be quick, Beckoned. I must get to the Jotun soon. Stay safe.
Journeying the... Hello there, Beckoned. Been traveling in the Teeth of Naros? This is Histus's research. So that must mean he is preparing to go live with the Jotun. I cannot say I completely agree with Histus's methods. but I can respect his intent with his research. Thank you, Beckend. Wish him the best for me. Istus is a dear friend of mine, formerly a peer, but as we tried to build ties with the Jotun, well, things turned. Farewell.
What brings the beckoned to me on this day? You have seen Histus? I have not heard from him in so long. I was worried something had happened to him. What business has he sent you on? That fool! He is as oblivious and idealistic as the day I took him for my husband. Very well, I will see him after straightening out some affairs. Mine is the duty to safeguard the Colossi from any threat, so Secondra has charged all the guard. The Primos is the leader of our people in prayer and in other matters of life. They are appointed by Athene herself. I understand that you and she have met. She is powerful, is she not? Truly a paragon of might and virtue. If you require supplies, the concourse mark...
You have come again. Is there anything else you require?
Any findings?
All is... You have slain Kern. I now have the peace of mind to know that my wife's murderer is no longer around to torment her grave. I cannot thank you enough. I have little of my own, but take these. The gauntlets I wore when I first started carving stone. May they serve you. I miss her every day, but there is some small comfort in knowing that her death has been avenged. Take care.
I almost did not see you.
Welcome to Idylla.
The gods are good to us. Do you bring news from below? My brother? I would hardly consider Histus family anymore. He left that behind when he turned his back on civilization, like one of those marauders. What business has he sent you on, Beckend? I suppose I have been rather hard on Histus. If he feels this is his calling, then I should support him as family. The ring is in my chest over there. Here is the key to open it. With my brother indisposing himself, it falls to me to keep watch over my family's estate, little though it is. Do not trouble me with such talk. I know the sins of my people well enough. We all do. Histus has the nerve to call himself a brother, living in the wilds, acting like a savage. Might as well be a marauder. Look at this place. Why would anyone choose the wilds below over this? My family has done much for this city, so we are given our own private station in these quarters. They serve well enough, but I cannot say they compare to the home we had before we came to these blasted lands. They are the lowest. Colossi without faith, mindless, violent, and forever despairing. Yes, farewell.
Yes?
Can I help you? So you have completed the tasks, but I do not see Corina. Then her choice is made. Well, there is no more putting this off. I must take my leave. Well, the Jotun go with bare feet, so I will as well. Take my sandals, Beckoned. They may be of some use to you. Corina is coming. I have to say, I was not convinced that she would ever be made to come down here. Well, I suppose my journey can wait just a bit longer. Seeing my Corina one more time was worth putting it off. Thank you for all your help, Beckoned. I hope this compensation is enough for your assistance. Stay safe.
tragedy befell these giants, as in trying to force the Hyperion upwards, Athene was angered and made her rage known. So the life was driven from some, the faith from many.
Forgive our trespasses, and bless us with wisdom. Athene the all-knowing, in whose name we pray.
Beckoned. I was told that you and the Primos are allowed to enter. By all means, conduct what business you have within. This structure behind me is the holiest site in these lands. I can speak no more of it. I am sorry. I do not doubt that the Primos is loved by the gods. When the rest toiled in futility, he raised the whole of Idylla. Truly, it was a miracle. I do not doubt that the Primos is loved by the god. They are colossi who have witnessed the holiness of Anokatos and sworn oaths to serve his every will. The garb they wear reminds themselves of our savage past, and how they are unworthy of all things, even the act of speech. Hence their name. I am a humble guardian of this complex, here to make sure that none sully it with their footsteps.
You have come, good. We stand in a ground once hallowed beyond all things, now tainted by the excommunication of my people. Ever since that terrible day when arrogance and desperation brought about the disfavor of the gods, my followers have tended this place. Now come. We shall go to the antechamber of the Hyperion, the very spot where the sins of the Colossi were answered. The antechamber is the flawed design of Arches. It is the means by which he sought to force the Hyperion to join the city. It was to do so using the spark of divine magic Athene placed into each of us, that these fragments combined create a force equal to that of a god. Such power was never meant to be wielded by the unworthy. The energies struck back at Arches, and the many assembled in his chamber, killing them. It is where the former Primos, Arches, bade the Hyperion to rise to join our city. Where the gods saw fit to condemn us for our hubris, it will be the altar of our forgiveness. Come, beckoned.
I am glad to see you survived the Terex Iris beckoned. And now I see that Anokatos is intent on fulfilling his whim. I would be careful. The temple is old. My soldiers are still dealing with the Jotun, but with Karunk dead, I can resume my other duties of keeping peace in these lands. Unfortunately, that includes this. Anokatos personally requested my guards, and I escort his followers here. I dislike this place. This cavern is nothing more than a tomb, a monument to Arcas and those that died following him to ruin. We learned definitively that all the trials we surmounted, all the strife we weathered in pursuit of Athene's love, had been in vain. But the most important lesson was learned by few. We cannot depend on the heavens to support us. We should make our own way in this world. Arcas and Anokatos have already shown me the delusions of faith. I only hope this farce is done with quickly. It is a dead end for my people. Just one more thing to distract them from the Teeth's troubles. Be cautious in these lands.
Much was ruined in that dark hour. The magics holding the paths together were unbound. Only the cipher can reorder such magics. Press ahead and set the path. We are almost done, Beckett. This mural was to celebrate the great triumph of my people. But the city floats, it is nothing without the Hyperion at its heart. If you were curious, I could tell you more. Again, we find the way barred. I'm afraid I need your help once more. We are almost done. Come! We must finish this. We have reached it. Beyond that stone is the Hyperion, the gift of the gods, the symbol of a covenant concluded. It rests out of reach, waiting for the day when the gods forgive our trespass, when they find us worthy again. Until now, I feared such a day would not come. we should begin. The gods visited this room once before. It seems only fit that you occupy their position. I will take my place where Arcais once stood. Long before, Arcais dared grasp the power of the gods and was judged according to his impudence. We act now as their analogues. In you, the gods visit this chamber once more. You shall stand where they appeared and made manifest their wrath. And I shall stand where Arcais stood and bore the brunt of their imminent will. The end of this awaits. Thank the gods! Praise be to them! After all this time, I bear witness to their confirmation. You have done so well, Beckoned, to bring the cipher to me, and to let me use its strength. With you, I can do what Arcais could not. Command the Hyperion. The gods have found my people unworthy of the gifts offered us. So, using the Hyperion, I will see Idylla destroyed. The wicked will be purged. And once the city falls, I will reforge the ruins in an image the gods find acceptable. I'm sorry, Beckoned, but you must be a martyr for my cause.
The new place, heathen! May the heavens refuse you! Foolish heathen! peace with your gods. The gods curse you! The gods curse you!
Beckoned. What has happened? Why are Anokatos' acolytes attacking us? What is he doing with the Hyperion? Destroy Idylla? No! That zealous fool! Have the loss of his gods driven him to such despair to use the Beckoned and the Cipher for such ends? We must make our way from this place. We need to stop Anokatos, but we cannot do so here. Things are bound to be dangerous. Take this. I have not seen a shield of this craft before, but I think you can make use of it. Now, let us move. How if we cannot reach him? And we can do nothing to stop him if his worshippers kill us here. We must make for the surface, and hope that there is time enough for us to deal with him. The Primos has lost his senses. If he thinks his actions will return the love of the gods, he's gone mad with grief. Curse the gods for leaving the thing here. Anokatos will use it to kill all of us. Be cautious in these lands. I won't hold Anokatos has sealed himself in with the Hyperion, and his silent choir will lay down their lives for him. I do not know what to do, Beckoned. I have defended my people from beasts and disasters, but nothing like this. Of course, I will not let Anokatos destroy my people because he believes the gods demand it. I know we have the strength we need inside of us, despite his claims. We are worth saving, even if the gods disagree. But Anokatos has sealed himself in the Hyperion antechamber. Without the cipher and knowledge of the Hyperion, we are lost. Anokatos was clever by exploiting your power. The cipher must be the key to unlocking the Hyperion, and he has broken it in his plan. But that is the one thing my people have been unable to do since we first came here. Only the Primos would know enough about the riddle for us to even try. Anokatos and his silent choir had a monastic retreat in the wilderness, Nyxaros. If we need his knowledge, we'd best start our search there. It is an old portion of the city that was never raised up. It was supposed to be a shrine of quiet contemplation. Now it is the refuge of Anokatos' silent choir. The complex rests where it was first carved, in the mountains of the Teeth. Nyxaros is one of the many portions of the city carved out, but never raised into the sky. Anokatos and his silent choir use it as a retreat.
Very well.
We cannot waste time. There does not appear to be much here, but we have to be thorough. We should try near the shrine of Athene. Anokatos prizes her above all else. I would wager he keeps his secrets with her.
Farewell.
We must bring Anokatos to justice.
Anokatos made this record in penance for my disappointment of the supreme goddess Athene, in hopes that I may return to her favor, so that I could help my people find her strength once more. I have committed several acts that may have angered her, and now I purge myself of them so I might find her grace again.
beckoned, not time. See, Primos, below.
What can I do? That was the goddess. After years of... I cannot. We must do as she bids. Her voice sounded broken. Whatever is happening at the Hyperion troubles even her. I do not know. Anokatos has many secrets, it seems, but the information we seek might be back here. I had expected to find a written plan or some small token of what Anokatos knew, but what secrets lie in here? Very well.
I'm afraid we have dishonored my master, Arches. He is a pious man who has always sought to serve, and we used the power of his position to force us on the true...
Hold a moment. These are bodies of colossi. What are they doing here? Wait, I recognize some faces. Bilfron, Amandia, these were great colossi, all viable competitors for the role of Primos at one time or another. I do not like the implications of this. What has Anokatos wrought? Very well.
In this confession I shall tell of how my master was brought nearly to his death. Arches failed Athene in our mission to bring her servants to a devout state that would be worthy of her power and wisdom. At my behest, he sought the Hyperion force to the sky to earn our recognition. The ensuing eruption of Athene's wrath killed many and nearly took dear Arches.
Trespassers, you are too late! The council already lies dying in the torture chambers, and the Jotun slaves will soon be butchered as the master ordered. Come, brothers and sisters, let us deal with these curs.
Embrace your death!
I must. Here, I found these during the fight. I do not know what they once bound, but they might be of use to you. Now, we must decipher what that cultist said. But there are also the slaves. They will be killed if we don't save them. But if the council is dying, we must choose who we see to first. The council must be important. Something that could help us find a flaw in his plan, perhaps, or learn more about the cipher in the Hyperion. I do not believe so. The Council is dying if Anokatos' dogs are to be believed, and the slaves are to be executed. I am unsure who we should be trying to help, but you are the beckoned of Athene. I must defer this choice to you. So decide. Do we go to the slave pens and help the slaves? Or do we go to the torture chambers to try to find Anokatos' council before it dies? I do not know what the council is, but I have had enough surprises today. I only hope that we can find it of use. I can only imagine what labors Anokatos had them perform. Could this have been the cause for Gerank's war? I know what this place is now. These travesties, these heresies, these are what Anokatos truly is. Farewell. Ahead are the torture chambers, it seems. Anokatos' council lies on this We must bring Anokatos to justice.
Finally, the day has come. The wait has been long and nearly unbearable. But at last, you are here. Before my strength has fled me. Ever since the day I brought ruin to my people, I thought this burden was my punishment. It seems I have not survived for my sake, but for yours. It is a joy to see you beckoned. I have much to tell you, and I do not have much time left. It is what Anokatos calls me, for though his faith runs deep, his knowledge of the gods' will is malformed. You must have seen the travesties this false prophet has wrought in the name of my people. And now, the Hyperion is his. We must focus on the Hyperion. The gods brought you here because you can answer the riddle of my people's fate. You, and you alone. Yes, you and it both. For without you, the cipher cannot be of use. And without it, your power cannot be harnessed. For the riddle of my people's future is one the gods themselves cannot answer. Fate is obeyed by all. By all. Except for you. The power to change fate. That is the role of the beckoned. To serve the gods and unbind my people. But Anokatos schemes. Though he will not receive the favor of Athene, he is not ready for the Hyperion. He will bring destruction. It is too soon. But I have left the answers long before. Find Secandra. Ask her about our last day. And tell her I am sorry.
Arcades. I had always... He had died. He had died years ago when the gods rebuked him and our people. It was truth. Anokatos had him alive and tortured. I watched him die years before. All that was left of him was a circlet. A circlet. Our last day. The day... Could it mean the last day that I saw him? The last day we spoke? Before the Hyperion tragedy, he asked me to escort him through the wilds, to the shrines outside the city, the shrines of earth and air. He told me to remember them when times seemed bleak. I thought nothing of it, but could he have known about this? About now? Because I am his daughter. It was known to many, and it used to be a bond of pride. And he taught me the wisdom of a primos. But then, Arches brought down the wrath of the gods. I thought that was how faith was always rewarded. I once thought that faith was what would ruin my people, the thing that would distract them from their happiness. But I see now, it is apathy. To not care for our people, that is Anokatos' sin. As I thought it was our cases before him. But this is so much larger. Larger than I ever thought. And Arches, he always knew that I would be here. He must have always known. The task is clear. We need to... My head!
Can you feel it? Something is wrong. This magic. Anokatos has done something. We must return to the city. We might be too late.
Something grave has happened. I can feel it in my body. I fear Anokatos may have accomplished his goal. It is an ancient place high in the teeth of Naros. I do not understand its significance. But we need answers, not more riddles. Let us unravel this as quickly as we can. The fate of my people is at stake. My father died in service to his gods, for whatever love they might have shown him. But for all the anger I've held towards him, I'm glad I was there. I don't know why Arceus spoke of this. Apparently, it's necessary for unsealing the Hyperion, but how? I was expecting answers from Nyxaros, and we're only getting more questions. Something is wrong. Anokatos wishes to destroy Idylla, but how close is he to his goal? Be cautious in these lands.
I struggle to keep sweet Arceus alive so that I may find in him the knowledge and power of the Primos, and in doing so can find the answer I needed to bring myself,
what can I do?
My people to perfection.
The city seems intact, but still, the henge has already become disrupted. Anokatos has sealed us from the city. It is only a matter of time before he finds a way to destroy Idilla. We must find what Arcais spoke of, and quickly. It is an ancient place high in the teeth of Nara, but we need answers. Not Arcais requested specifically that we go to the shrines of earth and air on the last day we spent together. There are 2 sites in the wilderness, touched by the gods, one in the peaks of the teeth, and the other in its canyon. These were called the shrines of earth and air. I thought nothing of them, but Arcais knew. He must have known this day would come, when we needed them. I cannot say for sure, but there is more than coincidence here. That Arcais showed these places to me, that he mentioned them as he died. But we have little else to act on, and with every moment the chance of Anokatos' calamity occurring grows greater. It rests in the teeth of Naros, but south of the Hyperion and the city. It is nestled between the great crags of rock that make these mountains. The Shrine of Air is a holy site we found nestled in the highest peaks of the teeth of Naros. We found a stone there, the same material as that of the Hyperion itself, but we never knew why the gods left such a marker. It lays in the crags of the teeth of Naros, in the shadows of the great rocks. There is a stone there that resembles the Hyperion in its own way. We don't know why the spot was marked the way it was. Perhaps we will finally find out. Be cautious in these lands.
Can such a wrong be undone?
Let us finish this.
Beckoned, thou hast gone.
Let these... I doubt that anyone has walked these halls since they were first shaped. I wonder if the words Arcais spoke were true. I do not know for sure. When Arcais came here with me years before, he said this of the Earth Shrine. The earth is dark and heavy, and dangers hide unseen. Accept the light in darkness, for it knows the way. A light in this gloom is welcome, but I would not wander too far off the path. It must be somewhere among the ancient stones. I can feel a powerful magic in this place. Can't you? It is heavy, like some huge burden. Very well. Then I must. I won't hold her. What can I do? What is it? What can I do? Then I must. Hear you. must, then must. Something feels strange, Beckoned. When you harnessed the Earth Shrine, my limbs never held more strength. You look more whole, and I can feel the magic pouring through this land already. We must be close. The Hyperion waits. It waits in the higher peaks of the Teeth of Naros. But I have a feeling that Anokatos knew that we would find them. I don't know how easy this will become, but we have to keep going. I can only imagine that is what Arches meant. But though I can say that much, I still do not know what we're dealing with. Come, if we need the Air Shrine to unlock the Hyperion, then we must go. Remarkable. It looked like the Hyperion in its own way. The gods, when they made the Hyperion, they must have left this as well. But it felt entirely different. Like if I touched it, I would suddenly collapse under my own weight. Very well. Let us finish this. What is it? is at hand.
Let us finish this.
The path opens once more. To think that all this time we had the answer to the Hyperion below our feet. That our road to Anokatos forced us to solve this riddle seems more than coincidence. I cannot say for sure it is different from the Earth Shrine. This place is thin and cold. But I remember the words Arke said. To harness the air, you must walk on the wind. Somehow this shrine will make that true. So it was the same as the Shrine of Earth, a marker for a hidden cave. What could it mean? Did the gods plan this so thoroughly?
Farewell.
What can I do? The cipher is whole again. As are you. We can unseal the Hyperion that we might stop Anokatos. And we've done so much more. I thought this all was to bring Anokatos to his judgment, but I was wrong. There is much more at stake here. Communing with the Hyperion beneath the city. We have to stop him while we still can. How long have we left Anokatos to his task? And Idylla still rests. What is he doing? It was so much like the Earth Shrine, but different. When I got near, I felt so light as to be blown away. A hidden cavern. Then the shrine itself was not important at all. Not the stone, but what rested beneath it.
Farewell.
Curse you!
Learn your place.
I hear you. What is it?
Let us finish.
I listen. What can I do? Be cautious in these lands. What can I do?
If I must, then I must.
Your place, heathen!
If I must, then I must. I won't hold you.
May the heavens refuse you!
Finally come. For the good of my people. It is time we beckoned Mad and fulfilled our roles. Do you not see Athene's intent in this? Are you still blind as to your purpose and hers? I presume that Athene had only one true servant of her will, you. But I would show her that I could enact her goal of purging my people's wickedness. I came here to make the city fall. But when we parted, she began to speak to me, and me alone, for the first time in all these years. She brought you here in accordance with her wishes. But though you are beckoned, you are not singular. I was beckoned in turn. You can alter the fate of my people, but to do so, you need a conduit, an offering. And that is the part I have come to play. You know the crimes I've committed to be here. These are the failings of my race. But kill me. Shift my fate here, and you will change the course of my people forever. The Hyperion was left by the gods. With the cipher in the hands of the beckoned, it amplifies a specific kind of magic. That would be the magic you wield. The power to change fate. The Hyperion will take your magic and reflect it, affecting all my people simultaneously. So we must show the gods that the time has come. kill me, and you show our savagery can be beaten. You were beckoned to this, and so am I.
Justice will be swift. Feel my wrath. Witness my strength. Feel my wrath! Feel my wrath! Witness my strength! Feel Balin's embrace! Feel my wrath! Witness my strength! You will die, veteran! You will die, veteran!
I hear you.
So, you have finally come. You are not so. I thought you had. It is the fate of my people that must be checked. Yes, the goddess had made much known to me, and most important, as the god. Justice will be swift. Feel Balin's embrace. You will die, beckon. Witness my strength. Feel my wrath. Witness my strength. my strength.
You will die, Beckon!
You've done it. Anokatos has been killed. But that energy that came from you, it raised the Hyperion. Without its magic to support the structure, this whole temple is coming down. We need to get out of here. Farewell. What can I do?
It is done at last. The fate of Anokatos, the surrogate of all the savagery, has been shifted. And as his fate was shifted, so is the fate of all the races. Gone is the tale of savagery and violence. Finished, Beckon. Thou alone could do this. And as thou aided me, I am forever grateful. Thou hast freed this people. Thee, Anokatos, Arcades, and all. At the last, your faithful companion, Secondra, I beckon now. Her people need a leader for the glory that lies ahead. Secondra, you will be primus.
We made it. And you've seen what has happened. The Hyperion soars within our city. We can never thank you fully for your strength. This armor is ancient, hallowed and strong, much like yourself beckoned. Take it. You have given us so much. I see the compassion and the influence the gods have had in my people's lives. My life. All along. For you, perhaps it is. But though you have finished with the task you were beckoned to do, I have yet to begin mine. Ithene said that I am to lead my people now. But can I? Arcase and Anokatos were beckoned in their own way. But is this truly my role? I know. Arcase, my father, told me once, as a child, that the burden of leading the Colossi would fall to me. I thought him a liar, but the goddess has shown that none of us are ever truly forgotten. I think I might try, for a time at least. I will become the Primos, if they will have me. Now, let us return to the city beckoned. Let us see the fruits of your labor.
Very well.
Watch your step in the concourse.
What lies below is seen above. On this day, I see you. I am the Oracle of Idila Haladite, and I bear a message for you. It comes from the gods. With the Hyperion raised, my powers of divination are at their strongest. A new era comes. But as it does, the Marauders have worked grim magics that must be undone. Built into this city and these lands are circles of sacrifice made by the Marauders and the fallen of our kind. They are an affront to our gods. My insights show that should the guardians of these circles be killed, the gods will leave great rewards for the ones that will help. Your abilities are great. And so is the reward offered. Face the first circle, the Altar of Doubt. You will locate a sacrificial altar and dispose of the creatures that appear. They are the guardians of these circles. There are 3 sacrificial altars. The Altar of Doubt, the Altar of Betrayal, and the Altar of Regression. Return to me after you make a sacrifice at each one, and I will divine the location of a reward the gods deem fit for your labor. The Altar of Doubt is your first step in the journey. We must have faith in that which we cannot see or know, to truly start to trust in our gods. A friend to the oracles, he kept the traditions of our people strong. but it might have been because he did not hear the gods as clearly. From a very young age, I understood things not clear to others. As I aged, I was offered guidance by our spiritual leaders, training my mind to accept the messages of the gods. This is how I am able to divine information to our people. Our gods have not forsaken us, as you have shown. The time of their absence in our lives is over. Do not doubt it. Our city in the sky is home to me. I have walked these beautiful stones ever since I was just a little girl. We were chosen by the gods to shepherd their greatness throughout all of Amalur, but you will start us on that journey. They are colossi who have regressed beyond the point of saving. They seek savagery and oblivion only. Oracles divine the meanings of messages or visions from the gods. Anokatos did not ask for my service. But with him gone, I am free to resume my duty. Be well this night.